Welcome everybody to another live edition of the Showcase Pod, the 40th show in the eve of 40th WrestleMania. I am Don Vega, joined by Jay Hollywood.
What's up, everybody? How everybody doing?
Yes, and the reason Jay Hollywood's joining me to open up the show today is because we have reached 1,000 big subscribers finally on YouTube. It's been a work in progress, but we have done it, and you've been a big part of the production from the early going. And Danny with the podcast, we've done it, guys. Thanks to all the people that are watching, that tune in every week, that listen to the podcast. We're at 1,000, so thank you for getting us there, and hopefully 1,000 more to come in the next couple months.
Yes, it's a team effort. We all did it as a team, and it was big accomplishment for the product.
Definitely a big accomplishment. We are able to bring you more content now. Having 1,000 subscribers will open the doors to doing more live content, and that's what we're going to do in the process. We await we don't really wait, but any moment, any time, we're waiting for the boss, Chris Blackheart, to show up, and he's late like always. He's probably not even watching or listening.
Nope.
But he'll pop in eventually, and when he does, we'll pretend that we missed him and all that good stuff. But we're here, and we're going to talk about WrestleMania, the big weekend coming up this Saturday and Sunday night. WWE WrestleMania 40th. It's a big one. It's a huge card. Wrestling's cool again. It's interesting again. We got a big lineup of matches. Which match are you looking forward to come Saturday night?
Night one, I believe there's 7 to 8 matches, but the one I'm favoring is the six-pack ladder match. I'm a big tag team wrestling fan, and I like ladders, so I think that's a big one.
That's the least favorite match for
Blackheart.
The boss, Chris Blackheart. He hates the ladder match at Marchiversary, so you're actually looking forward to that one.
Yep.
It's gonna get crazy. We have a bunch of individuals in that match. I think the Miz is in that match.
Yeah, he's tagging with R-Truth.
R-Truth, interesting character. Kofi Kingston, I believe, in the match.
Xavier Woods, tag New Day.
Yeah.
And then you have the tag champs, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna retain the title. That's kind of
that's a big one there. Then we have the Women's Championship on the line as Rhea Ripley defends against Becky Lynch. That's going to be an interesting matchup there. But myself, I'm sticking with the champ. I think she's going to retain the title come Saturday.
Me too. Rhea, she's on the top of the food chain right now, and she's not losing that title.
Amazing things there in the women's division. Then we have an interesting tag match as the legend luchador Rey Mysterio Jr. teams up with Dragon Lee to take on Escobar and his son, Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, I think Dominic, is the biggest heel in the game. I think they go on top on this one. That's my prediction. Ray and the old guys, they're kind of washed up.
You're shitting on the old guys, man. Come on now.
Judgment Day, man, that's the biggest faction right now, and they're on the top of the food chain.
I'm sticking with the veteran Ray and Dragon Lee on this one. I think they're gonna pull it off. Another big matchup that's interesting to see will be Gunther taking on Sami Zayn.
Ring general.
Yes, definitely is going to be a hard-hitting match because, even though Gunther overpowers him and has the size and the strength, Sami goes at it. He goes at it with anybody. So it's going to be hard-hitting, and it's going to be a great contest there.
Who you got?
I think Gunther retains.
He wins this. He's solidified as the longest reigning. I think he's already passed it, but he's going to go down in the record books as the best IC champ of all time.
In my opinion, he's heading towards future WWE or world titleship contention. So in the next couple of years, I see him in that platform as a world champion some way, somehow. Then we got the brother versus brother matchup as Jimmy and Jey Uso will go at it.
Main event, Jey Uso. You got to get it right.
Okay, all right.
Uso. I'm 50-50, man. It's going to be a good match, but they know each other. They're brothers. I'm 50-50 on that one.
That's going to be an interesting one as well. And we still have women's 6-woman tag team match as Damage Control takes on the debut of Jay Cargill.
Yep.
Who's the other ones on the matchup?
Bianca Belair and Naomi. The return of Naomi. She's come back on fire and found some girls to team up with.
Yep.
It's going to be a good match.
That's going to be a good match. We'll finally get to see Jay Cargill in action, and everybody's been waiting for that. So it's interesting to see how that's going to unfold. But the big one that everybody's been talking about, a long time coming, The Rock returns to the ring after a long hiatus to team with his cousin, Roman Reigns, to take on Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes in a big tag team matchup that is huge.
Yeah.
The stuff the Rock's been doing the last couple of weeks has been.
Yeah, the beating he gave Cody on the outside video, cutting him up and everything. That's legit. That's good content right there.
Yeah. Getting the family involved, getting the mama involved.
Yep.
The ass whooping he gave with the belts the following week, just recently. It's back to kind of like the Attitude Era. And, like I said, wrestling's cool again. Everybody's watching.
Yep.
There's people that The Rock has kind of brought back from his Hollywood stings that are watching wrestling now because he's in it. So, it's going to be huge. So who do you got?
I was just about to ask you the same thing. I don't know, man. I have a strong belief. I'm the next Fat Roman. I'm the one. I'm Fat Roman. I believe that I go with Team Roman and Rock.
Yeah, I have to agree on that one with you. I believe that, The Rock and Roman are going to pull the victory come Saturday night. So, WrestleMania, I'm excited. And I'm not excited at everything. And I've been to a few WrestleManias. I've been in a WrestleMania before in New Jersey. But this time around, we're going to Philadelphia. And, that's the home of the best football team in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm just excited to be there in the home of my favorite team.
Yeah, it's
gonna be great.
True. Eagles are not that good.
It's gonna be great, man.
But I'll support you.
You have to. I mean, it's WrestleMania and it's gonna be good. And the green. I'm looking at the card right now. That green looks solid. Looks great. You got the Liberty Bell. You got all the green colors. It's going to be great.
The only thing I'm happy for is the steak and cheese. And when we go see the great Rocky statue, that's going to be...
Oh, that too. I mean,
I probably could run up the stairs. I'll get halfway, but,
it's one thing. City of champions.
Well, just not the football team.
No. Come on now. So then that brings us to Sunday night for night 2 of WrestleMania. And that show... features a big matchup with LA Knight.
Yeah.
The hottest thing going right now, in my opinion.
Yes, he is.
Versus AJ Styles, that is still looking phenomenal.
Yeah. AJ came back from an injury. He's put some muscle on. He doesn't look like he's in his 40s.
Yeah. Dude
is jacked. And they've been going at it. Did you see LA Knight showed up to his house? They had the big brawl. He got arrested.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I did see, one of New England's stars, Teddy Goods, was just on SmackDown, and he got pulled out of the building. I saw the YouTube afterwards in the YouTube where he got paid off by LA Knight and all that. Kudos to Teddy for being on that segment. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting night there. Also on the card is a triple threat matchup as Logan Paul defends the United States Championship against the Viper Randy Orton and KO Kevin Owens. That matchup there probably is going to steal the show, in my opinion.
Yeah, Logan Paul is an athlete, but you have the veteran Randy Orton. That's my pick in this scenario. Randy, same thing. Came back from injury, put some good muscle on. He's on the top of his game. I think this is probably the best he looked in 20 years.
So, your pick is Randy?
Yeah, my pick is Randy.
I'm picking Logan Paul. I think he's going to retain there just because, the era that we're in with the internet and him, connecting with the younger audience and the whole social media thing. I think Logan Paul is the guy right now, and I think he's going to be successful. But going back, I think we skipped through it. Who's your pick between LA Knight and AJ Styles?
LA Knight all day. LA.
Yeah, I got LA too on that matchup. That takes us on to another women's championship match as Io Sky takes on Bayley.
Bayley. Yeah, that's a big rival. They were group Damage Control, and they all turned their back on Bayley. I think Bayley walks out new, WWE Women's Champion.
Yes. So on that one, my pick is probably Bayley. I think Bayley's coming back, and we've seen a lot of good stuff there. So I think Bayley's gonna pull it off come Sunday at WrestleMania. Another matchup there in that card. Did I mention that one?
The World Heavyweight Championship match.
The World Heavyweight Championship match as Seth Rollins defends the title against Drew McIntyre.
That's going to be a good match. They're both, like I said, top of their game. I don't know, man. That match, I think Damian Priest might be part of this match as well. He's going to cash in. I think this is the night he does it. I think Damian Priest, I'm going to go with the wild gamble. He's going to cash in and walk away World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, that's a good pick there. I think something's going to happen as well. Yeah. That one, I'm up in the air. You say Damian. If it doesn't happen, I think that's Rollins pulls it off and he retains the title.
Yes.
On that one.
Yeah.
We move on to a street fight. I mean, Philadelphia is known as the city of hardcore with ECW, so it's only fair to have a street fight. It is a 6-man street fight as the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley take on the AOP and Karrion Kross.
Yeah, the return of AOP, big dudes. I don't know, man, but Bobby and Street Profits, they've been getting this bond. I think they're more of a team, and they got more, they've been together a little longer. I think they could pull this out.
Bobby and the Street Profits definitely, the veterans in the match, but I don't know. I think AOP and Cross are hot right now, and I think they're gonna take it come Sunday at Mania, And then that brings us to the final match of the evening, and a match that is 2 years in the making when it comes to WrestleMania. Roman Reigns defends the title against Cody Rhodes.
I know people are going to hate me for this one, but Roman is retaining the title. He's going to continue his reign as the champion.
I don't know,
That's
man.
What I got. It sounds crazy. I know everybody wants the story to be done. But Roman will walk away champion. His family is going to make sure of that.
I think, The Rock did say that it was bloodline rules if they lose that tag match. So if they do win that matchup come Saturday night, then bloodline rules at WrestleMania Sunday. I think that there could be someone sticking up for Cody if it comes down to The Rock being involved in this. So I'm just going to leave that there. I don't want to spoil it for people. But, I believe that if that does happen, someone, big surprise comeback, is going to come in and
help him out.
Lay a hand there with Cody.
Yeah, the same way he's going to have his family there, Roman. You never know. You probably see, the return of Goldust or something, his brother. I don't know. Some family.
You might definitely see that. You might definitely see. We got a lot of people that are commenting here, and then you're welcome to comment and ask questions and leave the comments about what you're thinking about WrestleMania. What's your favorite match? What are you looking forward to? We are gonna talk about some different topics. I know a lot of people are tuning in because they're excited about what happened in social media earlier on, and my social media earlier on. And I will clear that, and some people will get blasted on this episode. So that's still to come. You got to hang in tight for that one.
It's okay. We have 1,000 subscriptions now. We can do whatever we want.
Yes, indeed. Let me scroll through some of these comments here real quick. We got the SOG Ronnie Ribs in the house, Frank Rocha, Ken Watson, Queen, Matt Dremont. I'm probably killing his name, but Brian Starr, it's on in the house, And let me scroll. You want to scroll to some of those comments? I can't really see them on my phone that well, Danny. Maybe I'll answer some questions.
Noel.
Noel.
I think that's the guy that comes. He buys a ticket at every talent show. That guy sits front row. I think it was the Pops.
Oh, all right.
Good guy.
All right, good guy. Thanks for coming to the shows, Noel. Thanks for the support. We appreciate the fans, obviously. We appreciate them for subscribing and, getting us to 1,000 subscriptions here on YouTube and coming to the events and supporting there live. We got any comments, questions, Danny?
Yep, they want to hear about HD3.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to clarify all that. We're going to get to surprise information that I found out, and we got screenshots of that earlier on. People think they're funny, and we're going to get to all those jokes, and we're going to go to what we say in Puerto Rico, el que ríe último ríe mejor. He who has the last laugh laughs loudest. So we're gonna find out about all that stuff. Let's see. Any other questions on there that we can answer?
Probably a question I'm going to answer later, but can you ask Vega to talk about owning Dakota Tyler's name? She's wrestling with that name.
Well, yeah, I own the character Nicole Matala. That's my trademark when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to merchandising, when it comes to social media, pictures, appearances, shows, all that stuff. I own the character name. It doesn't matter if someone else went ahead and tried to call it an LLC. I still own the name, and in due time, I will collect because it's just...
LLC is only a small business, and she don't got a building. So what business does she own?
Yeah, how can you own a business if you're a character?
Yeah.
So,
doesn't make any sense.
Whoever did that, I just don't understand. But yeah, to answer the question, I do own the name. I've been letting all these promotions slide, and I know there's promotions that are taking chances because they feel brave. But in due time, when they get a cease and desist letter from my lawyer, and when we go to court, it's gonna be a whole different story. So I'm not gonna comment on that. Past that, I know there's merchandise being sold at these shows that I'm rightful owner of this merchandise. Yep. If it's being used with my name that I own. I know that there's pro wrestling tee stores. I know that there's other stores that are selling t-shirts that they're all going to get a letter pretty soon in the mail by my attorney. So it's just a matter of time, the clock is ticking, and definitely haven't forgot about any of that. So, we're going to clear the air very soon here with all that situation. Chris Blackheart, he's nowhere to be found today, man.
I don't know.
Is he going to make it here?
The boss is probably in traffic.
Is the boss going to make it here? I don't know. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, like I said, we talked about WrestleMania weekend. We're heading out there tomorrow. Maybe I'll stream some stuff from my Facebook page. Maybe we'll stream some stuff on YouTube. So, maybe we'll get some footage for you guys. But if you have any questions, any comments, shoot them here. And eventually, in a few minutes, we'll get to clear the air. We'll get on board and we'll clarify all this BS that's been going on with Howison Davis III and the other people that want to associate themselves because they think that because they're fanatics, they want to be part of the wrestling business and they think they know the business. And just because you buy a ticket and you create signs in the audience doesn't mean that you're part of the business because the boys mark out to the bullshit that you do. Now you think you're part of the business. But you should know, whatever buys for free, if you're part of the business, it's a little something called a receipt. And when it's time to get that receipt, you better be ready to collect. So let's just leave that there for now. But it's interesting the last couple weeks, Frank Rocha says he's probably in traffic.
Yep, you should hit him with the famous text message. He texts all the, "What's your ETA?" That's the famous line.
You said 20 minutes.
20
minutes. He's definitely not making it here today. Blackheart is missing in action. So, let's get into...
I know why he's late. Because we had the rankings drop. He was like second to last. I think he's mad. Showcase rankings.
Oh, he's pissed.
He's definitely mad.
Speaking of the showcase rankings, If Daniel, you want to pull that up there, you send it over to me. I could look at it here now and showcase pro wrestling rankings for April.
Yeah.
We just finished March anniversary and
Top 10.
we have a new top 10 going there. And as of April 1st of 2024, ranking number 1 is the notorious undefeated champion, SPW heavyweight champion, Rambo Godfrey, coming in at number 1.
Yeah, Rambo, man. Undefeated. I believe he's 101-0. He's our new SPW heavyweight champion. Nobody's better than this guy.
So, Rambo definitely pulled it off. He was a wild card come March anniversary. He beat Candido, went on to win the gauntlet for the gold, and then surprised everybody coming in through the back door of the building, brutally attacking Matt Thompson, and cashing in his opportunity of becoming the champion that same night.
Name another guy that went in one night, March anniversary, and won 3 matches.
So he's actually 103. I know.
Yeah.
So definitely, somebody that's taking every opportunity and making it his own, the ultimate opportunist, Rambo Godfrey. There you see. He's got a new name.
He got a new name, yeah.
Coming in at number 2, the former student, Daniel Cabral, the new Sons of Liberty champion. He's coming in at number 2, and he's no longer the student because
he got kicked out of school.
He got kicked out of Harvard, and it's probably the best thing that ever happened to young Danny.
Yeah.
Winning championship, and I believe that Danny, Danny's gonna do well for himself.
Hey, if Danny wants to go to a winning school, he applies for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The best team.
We're not talking about football here. We're talking about school things, and he was late with his homework, and he was failing assignments and all this stuff. According to Spratt and that bogus letter that he had, he was doing all those
Paul
things.
Frank, he had to read that letter.
Yeah, like a huge freaking novel book. Spratt probably wrote that.
Yeah,
he probably wrote that.
Yep.
But coming in at number 3, it's a guy that should be pissed off, bigger than his size, is Big Matt Thompson.
Yeah, he's at 3. He finally reached the top. He beat Brother Moon Revan in the stretchers match at March anniversary to get blindsided by, your champ,
Notorious,
champ Rambo Godfrey. He should be pissed off, and he should be one of the first guys to drop his name in the Road to the Gold tournament April 20th.
And that'll be coming up pretty soon. I think next week we're going to have a live drawing of spots for the tournament there. So stay tuned to our social media, SP Wrestling, for that info that's going to be dropping. At number 4, Brother Moon Revan, the former champion. He held on to the SPW Heavyweight Championship for an entire year. Came up a little bit short come March anniversary, but I believe that he is in the future of regaining that title. If anybody could do it, it's probably Brother Moon Revan.
Yeah, so those guys, 2 former champions, back-to-back, 3 and 4. And then number 5, the youngest pro wrestler in New England. Let the kid cook. Let him cook.
He's 16 years old.
D-Rex.
D-Rex, surprising everybody. And speaking of ultimate opportunities and just being at the right time and right place when a guy just went through a freaking door.
Off a ladder.
Yeah.
Through a door.
And just hopping in the ring and just pinning this guy and winning a belt. Young D-Rex, the YouTube world champion, and he better have an eye in every single part of his body because pretty soon everybody's gonna be gunning out for him. We're gonna have cameras follow him around, and the YouTube title is 24/7.
Yep.
Anytime, anywhere, and any place. So
he
could be in school.
Yeah, he's not gonna say he's a high school student.
Yeah,
the teacher could pin him if God said.
He could be in school. You have to have a official referee.
Yep.
In the scenario, but it could be here, it could be in school, it could be out of state, it could be anywhere.
Yep.
You could even pin him and win the title.
I was thinking about it.
So D-Rex coming in at number 5, and the final spot here in the 6th ranking, the educator, Christopher Spratt.
Yeah, Christopher Spratt. What a sad day for him. He went into Marchversary, the leader of this group, the champion, and to lose everything. He lost all his students. He lost his championship. Then his students win championships.
Well,
So,
karma's a thing that it's
yeah, what goes around comes around.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So definitely, he gloated that he was the Sons of Liberty champion. He gloated that he was the tag team champion on his own. That he did everything on his own, and he ended up losing all that and more.
Yeah.
So
You got a couple questions.
yeah, let's cut into a couple questions. What we got?
Number one, Ken Watson said Austin and Cena were in WWE Bus. Do you think they'll be involved in Sunday's main event?
Cena and Steve Austin.
Yeah.
There's a strong possibility maybe that those guys could be involved somehow.
They threw the hint. The truck in the background,
Yeah.
the fighting.
Yeah.
It's little hints.
I mean, they calling this, it is like you said earlier, the Roman numbers for number 40, but it's also XL because they plugging it as the biggest WrestleMania in history. So for it to be the biggest WrestleMania, you have to have the biggest stars of all eras, all 4 eras. So, just leave that there and just think, who can it be? From beginning to the end.
And you see Apache 82 asks, why are they putting flyers out in you and it says one over on 82 Engle Street too?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Who asked that question?
Apache 82.
I don't know who that is, but yeah, we're definitely gonna get into the flyers in the BFW hall because, as you know, Taunton BFW hall is surrounded by businesses, and we do got camera footage of the person that did put the sign up, and we also got a statement from somebody, text message of this person admitting that he went there a couple days before the last Marchversary event and posted the poster up, thinking that he was a funny guy, comedian. Like I said, you want to be part of pro wrestling, you could be a part of it, but there's a thing called a receipt, and when I'm ready to cash that in, you better be ready to pay up. Going back to the rankings, at number 7 is the consistent one, AZ.
AZ, man, he is a young talent, young to the game. Came in, kind of made his mark. He hasn't get over the edge yet, but he's made his mark. He's at 7, and he's climbing. I think he's climbing. Definitely has a chance in the future to become a big star.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I agree. AC, we've had a little differences in the beginning, in the past. I still don't agree with some of the things that he's doing, but in a way, he reminds me of a young Vega. I could care less what people say. I was confident. People didn't like that. I was a loner. People didn't like that. I did things that worked my way. People didn't like that. But when I was doing that, everything was flowing. I think he's going to be a great talent. I think he's going to be doing bigger, better things in no time. Yeah. And he's one to keep an eye on, definitely. Number 8 is Osiris.
Osiris, the god of submission, the submission of God, whatever you want to call him.
Submission god Osiris.
Whatever you want to call him. Osiris.
We've seen him tagging with Rambo Godfrey, not only in Showcase, but in other promotions. They've been successful until they met PRMW.
And they fell just short. And Osiris and Rambo, have a bright future as a tag, but as a singles competitor, he's been up and down, up and down. He's usually been in tags. He's with the Fellowship, and now he's with Rambo. But I think on his own, he's going to find his way eventually.
Well, Osiris is somebody that I've known for a long, long time. I've seen him grow in wrestling. I've seen him, like you said, tag with different individuals and be on his own. I think that he's finally, at some point, is going to find his way, and that way is going to lead him to some gold in SPW because he is a veteran. He knows his way in the ring, and definitely Osiris, I think he's a sleeper. And once he's awake, he's gonna be doing some things.
He's in great shape.
Yeah, he's in great shape again. So definitely, you want to keep your eyes on the god of submission, Osiris. At number 9, speaking of OGs and old guys, like you said, old guys should leave and all this stuff. And I kind of felt offended for a little bit.
I'm sorry.
You hurt my feelings. Number 9 is the superstar Sean Candido. coming in at number 9.
What? No. I thought it was Roman's week.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's working up the ranks.
Yeah.
But Sean Candido, definitely what I could say is another guy that I've seen from his beginning, over 20 years in the wrestling business. He went on Marchiversary, and he went on and did his best, and he put on a hell of a match against Rambo. He gave him a run for his money. There was times that it got close.
Yeah.
And the cockiness and arrogance with Rambo almost cost him the match.
Yeah.
Because he definitely underestimated Candido.
Yeah. Candido's been on a run the last maybe 2.5 years. He's been working all the young guys. He had the issue with Spratt, and D-Rex and all those guys, Danny, and then with Rambo, and trusted him, and he, betrayed him. But he's had his fair share of young guys, and he's been keeping up.
Well, he's definitely keeping up. He's definitely showing that he can still go with any opponent, whether young or old. And I think Candido's going to give some surprises before everything is done with.
Yeah,
so definitely coming in last at number 10 is the former YouTube champion, the deranged Dr. Roger Williams.
Yeah, Roger Williams, man. He couldn't win that night. It was six guy ladder match, the 6-pack challenge. He's 5 against 1 basically at that point. Everybody's going out, but yeah, he had a good run. Mm-hmm. He had a great run, but it was a rough night for him. Just the numbers game got to him.
Yeah, definitely there. Roger Williams, definitely a guy that's been around Showcase for a long, long time. Finally captured title in the YouTube World Championship, and he kept it for over 8 months.
Yeah.
Had a great run there. I believe that's not his last run. Like I said, he's very deranged and weird and strange and all that stuff. It could be an advantage, and that could definitely...
That was his advantage, though. They couldn't find him. They tried to use the 24-hour rule.
Yeah. And he did lose the belt and regained it back.
Yeah,
so,
he lost it and got it right back.
It didn't work this time around because D-Rex... I think D-Rex was doing some Roger Williams studying.
Yeah.
And he definitely took the Roger Williams way into getting the YouTube championship.
See?
Kudos to him.
Told you, the boss, Chris Piper, he's mad. He's on the top 10.
Yeah, well,
he's not here.
He's not in the rankings, the boss. Moving to the tag team rankings as of July 1st of 2024.
April 1st.
April 1st. I'm over here just looking at notes, too. April 1st, number 1, Alex Rated and myself, the SPW Tag Team Champions, coming in at number 1.
Yeah, not that good.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people are saying.
No, you guys are a great tag. You got the veteran in yourself, and you coaching up Alex has been helping him a long way too. So I think you guys are at the top. You guys stay at the top.
Well, definitely coming in second is a new team that has come to the rankings and Showcase. The Wave, Adonis Stone and Johnny Rambo. Definitely a great match at Marchiversary with those guys, and actually coming up on the 12th of April, we'll be giving those guys a rematch for the Tag Team Championship. So definitely 2 guys to watch. Great talent there. Coming in at number 3, the team of what was formerly known as BBW Management.
Yep.
Rambo Godfrey and the God of Submission Osiris. Definitely a tag team that with the right guidance, like a guy like Big Business behind them. Big Business been on a little hiatus lately.
Yep.
But a guy like that directing traffic with those 2 guys, they're definitely a problem.
Yeah, definitely. Big Business is a great coach, But he, like you said, he's been gone for a little bit, and they kind of been stagnant.
Yeah. That could be a trick. That could be also something that they're plotting. So you never know when these guys are going to show up.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4 in the final spot, a team that we've been seeing. At first, we saw them consistently, no pun intended.
Yeah.
And then, we had obviously Danny getting ready and coming through from an injury. Is the team of the Bionic Beast, Bug Nasty, and Dan Badandi.
Big Dan, where you at? Hey, Dan. The man.
That's fixed, man. That's got to be fixed.
That's the man.
We should be number 2.
Yeah, he should be number 2. Danny thinks
like the politician that Daniel is. I I admire, but these are two guys that are both been in the business for a very, very long time. And, I believe that they're coming up in the ranks, and it's just a matter of time before PR&W and the Bionic Beast are going to have to go at it. But we're still going to have to work together here in the pod, Danny. So no hard feelings after we're out of
It's
the
all
ring.
business, brother.
Yes, indeed. So there you have it, the rankings for the tag team division in Showcase Pro Wrestling. And like we mentioned before, we're working with different groups, organizations, different promotions that we're going to be bringing in tag teams from all over the place and try to get the tag team division back up. So
You got the Pyramids of Power.
Pyramids of Power and different tag teams that we're going to be bringing in. So the tag team division is going to be more competitive in the months to come here. And speaking of competition, we'll do the cheap plugs right away and get into the action that people have been waiting for all this time. On April 12th, we return to action, and that's going to be in Upton, Massachusetts.
Yep.
You know the school?
Blackstone Valley Tech.
Blackstone Valley Tech.
Yep.
That's a 7 p.m. bell time, and you can find all the information at ShowcaseProWrestling.com for that event on April 12th. Then the following night, April 13th, we're back in Woonsocket at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena for live wrestling there. Yeah. Get your tickets for that one. Return home to
I heard it's
Woonsocket.
D-Rex's birthday. We're going to have the Rex Party Bash. It's going to be great.
It's the
Rex
Party Bash. I think you've been hanging with Papa Rex and D-Rex and all those guys too much.
We're going
I
to get a lot
heard
of
D-Rex
balloons.
was asleep on his belt again.
Yeah,
Was he?
Taking showers with it. And
Great.
Yep, so there you go. Come celebrate the birthday of the new Showcase Wrestling YouTube World Champion D-Rex on April 13th in Woonsocket. Following week, on the 20th, we're back at the Taunton BFW Hall, 82 Ingle Street, Taunton, Massachusetts, for the big Road to the Gold tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be a big tournament.
So,
I'm excited.
Like we said, stay tuned. We're going to be drawing some of those spots live coming up soon. I kind of went ahead into the plugs for Showcase, but on April 19th, our friends over at Royal Crown Wrestling are in Peabody, Massachusetts, with a big main event card featuring ECW legend, the one and only genocidal, homicidal, suicidal Sabu. He will be live, and he will be there to meet and greet all the fans, and he will be in the corner of Blaze Haram as he takes on Big Brian Starr that night in the main event. You're going to get to see a whole bunch of different matches, different talent matching up against each other's for the first time. The IWA Puerto Rico Women's title will be on the line as Evie De La Rosa defends against Sammy Chaos. First time, I believe, in the area. So that's going to be a great matchup there. Tickets available right now, RoyalCrownWrestling.com. Get your tickets, Royal Crown Wrestling, on all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and all that good stuff.
Network.
Yes, indeed. Go check that out. Definitely a great card of wrestling there. A lot of wrestling coming up, from Mania to Showcase to Royal Crown. I mean, there's wrestling everywhere going on. Great stuff. We're getting close to that time. Let me see. We got any comments there, Daniel?
Everybody's just amped up to hear the main event here.
Okay, so I got the main event there. We're at 9:39. So
Blackheart is not making it.
Blackheart's definitely not making it here.
He's getting his hair done.
He's probably he's at Supercuts. Free plug for them. We're probably gonna see a messed up hairline next time we see him.
Beard crooked.
Yeah, crooked beard and all that shit. I got a message. If you want to pull up the number to call in on the screen there, if it's possible, Danny.
Sure.
I think I got.
Call in?
I think I got Howerson Davis the third that wants to call in because he feels like he needs to clear the air. And if you're watching, we're gonna pull the number, your number to call here on the screen now.
I gotta say, this is really exciting. Usually I sit behind the camera.
Yeah.
But this
See,
right here.
You might want to take Blackheart's part.
Blackheart doesn't talk, so I might as well jump in.
Yeah. So, and before we get into that, just, quick, brief description. All that's going to be said here is coming from this guy's mouth. Has nothing to do with the production, has nothing to do with this guy, has nothing to do with Daniel, has everything to do with the man that you see in front of your screen, Don Vega. So, any feedback, any comments, any issues or worries or concerns?
We got a call coming in now.
Popcorn. We should have brought some popcorn.
Yes.
Got somebody on the phone here.
Who we got on the line?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Howison Davis III. What's up, guys?
What's going on, Howison?
So, we talked earlier, right?
Yes, we did. You gave me a call.
Okay. So, I legitimately don't give a crap what anybody thinks about me. Never have, never will. However, I will tell you this. When we worked together, I respected you. I did. Things happened. I get it. We buried that, almost a year ago now, right?
Yeah.
I saw you walk in front of my restaurant. I came right out and I said hello to you. Anything wrong? Anything bad?
Yeah, we
What'd
saw
I say?
we saw each other at Big Time Wrestling before that, and we shook hands and we said that everything was under the bridge and
then at Live Pro Wrestling as well, correct?
yes.
Okay, so with the screenshots you most likely are going to be showing from Mr. Ken Kennedy. I actually showed you one that he came to me first.
Yeah.
And all I did, out of respect for him, was tell him what was going on and my view of it. And I told you flat out, I told him maybe he shouldn't go there because there were some fans that I heard were going to crash and overtake your show, and I wasn't sure if he should be a part of it. That is all true. Yes, I did say that. And I 100% tell you I said that.
Yeah.
However, I also told him, you're an adult, you do what you want to do. If you're getting paid, get paid, take the money. I had no idea who that other person was who booked the show. No clue. So he asked me about that person. So I looked him up and showed him a screenshot from another promoter. Am I right? Is that what I sent to you correct?
Yeah, you sent me a text message from an old message
Yep.
from Steve Perkins, which had heat with Satoru like 10 years, 15 years ago.
Yep, and that's all I knew. I wasn't around the business then. I knew nothing of this person. But when somebody comes to me, I'm a very honest person. When someone comes to me, that's what's going to happen. Like, I legitimately don't care about the person that we had an issue with over freaking 3 years ago, Vega. That person is out of my mind. That person means nothing to me. And I think you know that now. Yeah. Right?
Well, so, she's watching. She's on I think
good for her. She's a piece of crap.
She's on the live, so.
Good. I don't care. So, with that being said, telephone pole.
Yeah.
Clearly was not me.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to get into that,
Right.
I'm going to get into that because I feel like there's a thin line between what's fictional and what you think is funny as far as wrestling. Like, I've never had a problem with people going to their shows and paying the money that they pay to come see us and having their free will and opinion about Don the Punisher Vega is a piece of shit or you want to cheer.
As a real person,
or you want,
they don't know all
but when it's people that don't know me from a hole in a fucking wall when it comes to my persona, oh shit, who's this?
Oh, the boss!
HGPD! Oh shit, the police is here. Watch
Hands up, John Vega! Turn around! Put your hands up!
All right.
I'm checking you, sir!
All right, you're checking.
Hey, boss man, come sit down.
Hold on.
So, do you remember all the Facebook posts about me, correct, Don?
Give me a second, Harrison. Blackheart just walked into the building.
I was a rapist, right? Remember all that shit?
Well,
I know how it feels.
For people that haven't, been around this whole drama that happened years prior, people that, there was people being stalked on the phone, endless of calls over and over again. I used to receive like 50 calls each day.
As did I until I changed my number.
And endless emails and messages from people and block calls and all this bullshit. And we used to get posters in the same fashion that the ones that were left about my person in Taunton. We used to get those for for the
If
girl that I'm
Blackheart
not going to
just
mention
showed
her
up,
name.
If Blackheart showed up, remember the cell phone you guys found?
We found
the
multiple
person
cell
fucking
phones.
Kept calling?
Multiple.
Remember the cell phone that Blackheart found and then he brought to the police, or some guy found it or something? Remember that?
Yeah, and we know who those people were that
Right.
had the cell phones.
Exactly. But yet because of that one person from 3 years ago, because of someone who was a nobody in the business, had one match or whatever, everybody believed that person. I don't even want to say the person's name because she doesn't deserve it. Like, she doesn't even deserve my breath. And all because of her, we had a falling out. Do you get that?
Well, you know, there was multiple people to this puzzle that I'm not gonna mention because I don't feel like they deserve the
worth
time.
it.
I don't feel like those other individuals that were involved are worth our time of day to mention now. In due time, we will, but it's not
Yep.
the time or the place today. What I feel though, you say, you know, you said that someone that trained under Ken contacted you about this whole situation. And
Correct, because he heard about it. He saw about it on Facebook. Apparently, that kid follows you on Facebook.
yeah, and you know, I was blinded by the fact that Ken had an issue that he wanted to talk about because, you know, we talked
And
about.
I told him to talk to you about it. If you read that message too, I told him to talk to you about it.
And we
Because
did. And we
yeah,
did.
Then that's fine. So that's why I wanted to clear the air with all these messages people you send to me. Some douchebag Jared that I've never met in my entire life writes to you, I never liked that guy anyway. I wouldn't fucking even know that kid if I stepped on him. Like that's how like stupid this business is. Like there's people talking to me like I wouldn't even know them if someone gave me $100. I don't know who this kid Jared is. I don't know people saying, oh, this, and that. You put a picture about me, and I get fucking 20 messages within 4 minutes. It's obnoxious. And I thought it was over. Like, I legitimately thought all this crap was over. Like very good friends of mine in this business. Somebody sent my daughter a message on Facebook and said I was dead and I killed myself. Now, what would you do if someone sent that to your daughter?
Well, you know, obviously, like I said before, there's some
I didn't say it was you.
There's some individuals in this business that think it's funny to get over the wrestling line into a personal line, and that's
Right.
where I draw the line. You know, like I said,
And I agree. And when that person, you said you have them on video camera from the VFW.
Yes.
That's fine. So you're gonna know who they are, whatever it is, what it is. But it's not my place to put that names out there. I will tell you that person felt extremely bad that it happened because you thought it was me, and sent me that message and apologized. And of course, I blocked his name out because it's not my place to say. If he wants to come forward and tell you what he did, he can do that.
It is my job to say it because these people don't know me from a hole in the wall. And like I said,
Right.
they feel like they're a part of the business because guys are catering to them because they make certain people feel special in what they bring to shows or what they do at shows, you know. And
Right.
Danny, if you want to pull that out, I'm gonna, you know,
Sure.
and the sign, like you said, has nothing to do with you. And we we do have footage in the BFW that we haven't looked through, but they do have a person putting up those flyers at the BFW. I can't see it on the screen, Danny. So you gotta.
Oh, you
remove
won't be
that.
able to see here, but
Yeah.
it's the same one you sent me.
So it's on the screen right now.
Yep.
So, you know, before the night of March anniversary or a couple days before that, you know, someone thought it was a funny joke to create this poster calling me a rapist and talking all this nonsense about me. And I'm talking to you, motherfucker, Greg, whatever the fuck his name is. Pull the page up right now.
Oh, this mock with the
Yeah,
sign.
this fucking piece of shit, you know, Greg Jones. I'm a father. I'm a fucking uncle. I'm somebody's fucking son. And if you think that's funny to post shit about Mike Lightness in a telephone pole and laugh about it and create a group, we're going to see how funny it is when I show up to the next event you're in and collect that receipt. You want to be a wrestler? You want to be part of the business? I'm going to welcome you into the business. Because it's not fucking cool to do that.
Just
You got
smack
a
the
problem
shit.
with me, you hit me up and we square off whatever the problem is. If you want to suck somebody's dick and be a dick rider without knowing the real facts and situations behind something and go and do your little stupid shit, I could give two shits about your little signs. I could give two shits if you go down to RWA, Live Pro Wrestling, Top Bro Promotions, wherever it is. One of these days, I'm going to bring that receipt, and I'm telling you right now, motherfucker, you look at me in the face, I'm going to collect. Because I don't play games. You want to play games? You go play games with your fat wife and your retarded fucking kids. Go play games with those. I don't play fucking games. You want to take it to the next level? Let's do it. I could give two shits. We said in the beginning of this podcast we were going to keep everything transparent. And that's the way I feel. And if you got a fucking problem, you can come visit me anytime. Be a man. You guys get phone numbers to fucking do crank calls. You get emails to email people. Email me. Message me. Call me. We'll meet. Bring your little fucking crew, your little boyfriends that you hang around with. Bring them too. I give two shits about anyone that wants to go to shows and talk shit about the persona, Don Vega. But when you cross that line and you want to get into real life, we're going to have a fucking problem.
Same with Howardson Davis III. I might be an asshole on camera. I'm an asshole on to all the fucking kids. I don't give a shit. But you don't want the real me coming out. I swear to fucking God, if I find out who it was that's messaging me and you who created this bullshit when we actually fucking cleaned it up a year ago, and then it started happening again, I'm getting many messages from Steve Ricard, Steve Perkins, all these people are saying that I'm such a terrible person, this and that, but they cannot say why.
Well,
because there's no reason, because I've done nothing wrong.
Well, like I told you a couple months ago when you asked me if you could come on the podcast, and then today you told me that people told you not to come because it was a setup and all this stuff. I told you, this is a live platform. We're live. There's no way I could set you up and tell you not to say something. You say whatever the fuck you want right now, just like I just did. You know what I mean? And you're saying what you're saying is right now.
You need to listen to this right now. I told you earlier on the phone, Chris, you're here, right?
Yes.
Chris, I appreciate you. I appreciate Don Vega because you two were the first two people to ever put a chance on Howardson Davis III. And I'm sorry that little tramp messed it all up. I'll tell you that right now. That little tramp messed it all up. Do you understand that? I did whatever I could do to help put your talent over. I didn't try to put myself over. I've never tried to put myself over. The first person and only person I ever wanted to put over was the Prize City OG, Alec Price. And that is it. That is it. You came and asked me to help you with Noriega. And I gladly did because you gave me the chance, correct?
Yeah, of course. That's what we try to do with people. That's what we try to do with people. For the most time, we try to help people out.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. And I did whatever you asked, and I would have kept going there. I'd probably still be there with you guys right now if it wasn't for her.
Well, we got some comments on the page, Danny.
Yep. Just, Matt Drew Martin saying, say the name.
Yeah, I did say the name. We pulled it up on the screen. That's the little piece of shit that thought the sign guy that goes around New England marking out, creating signs for the boys, because the boys welcome him in. He thinks he's part of the business now. So it gives them every reason to go do that, to go hang flyers with somebody's likeness in a telephone pole in front of our building. And we got you on camera, and I got those text messages admitting that you did it, motherfucker.
And Queenie here saying that Howard's here is a liar and way to attack me, and it's all you're doing, she's saying.
Yeah, well, screw her. She knows what she did. She knows exactly the little tramp that she is. I could care less. I'm tired of her bullshit. I'm tired of her fucking stupid daughter and kids messaging me. I'm tired of people calling my work and calling me a pedophile. I work 70 hours a week now. I don't own a bakery anymore, Queen. I run a legitimate business. I don't have time to even be on this phone right now. Grow up and get over yourself. That's all I have to say. I don't want to hear another thing about it.
So, you know, to close off, and I'll let you go after this. You know, I hope that this is the last time we have to do this little childish shit. You know,
Yeah,
anytime that you have, you know, any doubts or any issues, I would hope that you contact me first. You know,
You as well. Now you have my phone number, and you know, like, it's really me who's calling you. Like, you used to think I was calling you and doing this. I never had your phone number, ever. Think about the only two people that had our number, the only person that had my number and your number.
Yeah.
Her.
So
Right?
you know, I just hope that this clears the air as far as future reference. If you have any doubts, any issues, any concerns, or if anybody has doubts, issues, and concerns about my person, then you would contact me personally before we get into jumping the gun and messaging people and all that shit. I just want to clear the air that's all we have to do from now on.
Yeah, I haven't even been around wrestling since August. I don't have the time to do it at all. I'm finally getting back into it. I'll put a plug. UFO Wrestling, April 13th. I'm going to be their new HC3's their new color commentator.
All right.
So, yeah. All right, boys. Chris, thank you. Don, thank you.
All
Take
right,
care,
man.
guys.
All right. Send Pat our love. That's UFO Wrestling in Boston. Our friend Pat Dillon.
Yep. So there you have it. We got any more messages on the screen there?
She's saying, she goes, I don't care what you do to how it's, so I told her that if she wants to call in, she can, but
Yeah, she wants to call in and clear the air and tell her story, just like he cleared the air and said his story. She's welcome to call in.
up the tickets might be her here.
What have you been doing the last 6 hours?
You on the air? What's up?
Hello?
Hello?
Yep. Who's this, Queen?
Yes.
So, you know, the air is yours if you want to clear the air with the whole situation, because there's a lot of people that are watching and listening about all this deal that has happened, and we still going through BS over this, and guys in the wrestling business and girls in the wrestling business creating all this drama and bullshit. So if you want to clear your air, go ahead.
Well, first of all, I don't even really know where to begin because I had put this all behind me 3 years ago. I dated this clown for a very short time, and it was nothing but a whole joke. The way he acted on the shows, he also was acting while we were dating. I didn't even know who I was dating for real because he was always in some kind of character. He's calling me a tramp just because I broke up with him, and I did move on quickly, which is none of his business. He mistreated me from day one. They want to put my personal business out there. Like, he's calling me a tramp, and he harassed my children, and he thinks that's okay. And then something happened with his daughter, and it feels bad. So how can he say one thing but do another?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know who these other people are.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't understand. I don't even understand why he put me through this and why he's denying everything.
Yeah, well, you know, it's just a vicious circle of people that can't have their way, and they attach themselves to any little story they hear from lying people in the business or other people that they're sympathetic to, and right away, if you dislike that other person that's being accused, then, you know, it must be true, and this other person must be the piece of shit, and there's always somebody to blame, so if they don't like you, they're going to blame you for it. So, you know.
It doesn't make sense. Everyone needs to mind their own business. Like, I don't even get it.
Like,
Always trying to bash people's names. I don't get it.
Even before this, you know, we had mentioned in a prior show, this guy Chad Epic that had messaged you about your time, and I just want to clear this because a lot of people have a lot of dirt with Showcase and myself and Blackheart, and you know, this Chad Epic guy was saying, you know, when you were at the Showcase Training Center, you were getting harassed and sexually harassed by the trainers and the staff and all this. I just want you to clear the air with anybody listening and watching, your experience when you were training at Showcase when it came to, you know, the staff and the training.
Yeah, that's definitely not true. So you guys respected me. You guys all showed me respect. A little hard on me in the ring, but I had to learn. no one ever crossed the line. No one was ever disrespectful. If I did anything that was relationship related, that was my choice. Nobody forced me to do anything. So I don't know why people would spread rumors like that. Maybe they were jealous, but definitely no one's ever forced me to do anything.
Yeah, apparently, all these people that were crossing the line and creating these stories, they had their own ways of telling a story that they knew anything, any detail, anything about. You want to comment on that, Blackheart?
Make these men look bad, and it just doesn't make sense to me.
No, I mean,
If
this
they don't
is...
like something, they just need to step away if they don't
Yeah.
like what's going.
Yeah, they just need to get a life at this point.
Well, no, I mean, Queen started training, very athletic person. We did a show in her hometown.
Yeah.
Put her over strong. Good,
Okay.
she likes wrestling, but she knows wrestling is not for her.
Yeah.
Just nothing wrong with that. She checks all the boxes. She's a good-looking girl, athletic. She likes boxing, Muay Thai,
Working out,
doing
all that stuff,
Zumba.
and that's fine.
So yeah, so is some days, just because somebody is not there training doesn't mean they didn't have a bad experience. And every time I go to a place that Queen works at,
Yeah.
I always look around and see if she's there, because
Yeah.
she's full of energy. I wish we could take that energy that Queen has and give it to other people.
Yeah.
The energy, and that's important. So those who like to spread rumors and bad stuff, Queen's figured on the line right there. She cleared your air. I haven't spoke with Queen
I
in
love
ages,
Showcase,
so
and I've learned a lot from you guys.
no, don't be a stranger. We watch your stuff all the time. I'm glad. Figured your kids are getting into it too. So congratulations on that. So I mean, I did think at one time. I remember the first time she came in. I'm like, we may have the first mother and sons tag team.
No.
But
You never know.
yeah, you still don't know. But you guys are going down the box route, which is But
great, yeah.
I like to see people progress, even though it's not in Showcase Pro Wrestling, it's not in pro wrestling. So I commend you on that. I know the kids are doing some great things. I thank them for their service for our country, which is phenomenal. So I give you credit for being a mom.
I'm next.
Yeah.
So, this is great that you were able to come and clear your air and clear the air because, like I said, a lot of people just sit around and they want something to talk about, whether it's hurting somebody, whether it's not the truth. They just feel like, it's the topic of the day and we can all jump on this bandwagon and bash someone that we have no clue
You
about.
guys have been all respectful. I don't even understand. And even with Harrison, yes, we did date and it didn't work out. So maybe someone made it worse, and I don't know why, but it's a big joke and entertainment for them.
Yeah.
They should have just left it alone, to be honest.
Well, definitely, Queen.
I love Showcase, and I love all you guys.
Thanks for clearing the air. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming in, and we'll stay in touch.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, take care. So there you have it. It's been a productive night.
Wow.
Welcome, Chris.
Where have I been? I spoke to you earlier today, and we were going one way, and then there was another
Do
way.
you know the news?
I don't know the news.
We're 1,000 subscribers in.
We did. All right. Well,
There you go.
all right.
There
All right.
you go.
Thank
So this
you.
was what a hell of an episode for 1,000 subscribers.
I did. When I texted him earlier today, I said we're at 998. I said,
I checked right before we walked.
You did? Because I was going to go and say, hey, shut this shit off. We're not talking about that stuff that
we did the
out there.
I
WrestleMania
made a nice
review.
edit. Danny, put the edit up. Put the edit up. We gotta
When I was driving, I was actually listening to the pod.
Look at
Oh,
you.
you was.
I was.
There you go.
All right.
Just for you, boss.
Just for me, thank
There
you.
you have it. You know more about the production side of the YouTube. So now that we're 1,000 subscribers in, like we said, we could get into more posting and all that stuff. So
Yeah, we can go live directly from YouTube now and helping, our views and our subscriptions, helping with our advertisement, getting some commercials, local businesses, anybody that wants to join in and, want to do a commercial, you can reach out to Bossman for that. But just the platform is bigger, not using a third party now helps us work directly with the company and don't have to go around and, goes to these smaller third parties, and they get a lot of the credits and a lot of stuff on the advertising part. But it was strictly advertising, showcase pro wrestling, and all local businesses.
Oh, there you go, Chris Blackheart. Any comments on that?
No, this was definitely a team effort. This started, 10 months ago, roughly?
Well,
10 months ago,
the
9 months ago?
podcast, yeah, but the whole movement of getting all this subscription started during the COVID era.
Yeah, the COVID
when,
started. Now
Julio came in
I
and
would
started
like
doing
to
the
get
production.
some credit for the first 263 people who have subscribed.
Yeah.
And for the approximately other 800 people, those were all Julios.
Yeah, those were
No, but I mean,
Julio projects. So,
no,
thank
but you
to
look at
him.
it, everything. People don't realize that for years it was a one-man band, and when you came back and you were figuring on the booking committee with Sarge, and then when little Julio grew up, and then COVID happened, COVID was a bad time for everybody, but we used it and we're like, hey, let's pick up the stuff that we didn't have. We knew our production was the shits.
Yeah.
We knew, it wasn't good, and then that started, and then opportunity happened with Danny. Again, fluke accident, We come here every Thursday to put our people over.
Yeah.
It's part of the promotion. We don't just put ourselves over. We go live. We go without a net. I mean, put it this way, that phone call with Queen couldn't went sideways.
Yeah.
That phone call with HD3 couldn't went sideways.
Yeah, like I said, we're not telling people, coaching people up on what to say. You're gonna come on here and you're gonna say whatever the hell you
everything
want.
is live and uncut, and I mean even big. Look, we have Big Dave on it.
Yeah.
Big Dave. Some days you don't know where it's going, but it is raw, it is uncut, and it's to get independent wrestling throughout New England and beyond over. And that's what it all comes down to, getting the product, the people, and the promotions over. So with that being said, in the weeks to come, we have various people from some other promotions that are going to be coming over here, some that we're doing some work with.
Yeah, we did mention that,
Yeah,
attacking
so,
divisions, getting some revampings.
yes.
And,
We did some rankings.
I did see the
He
ranking.
wasn't in the top 10. I'm sorry.
Well, if I was, I didn't deserve it. All right, so there's no hard feelings
wow,
on that.
we gotta get this. Luckily, this is recorded.
No, come
You
on.
said it.
Why should I be in the top 10?
Well, you got handcuffed to the pole. That was the biggest trick. I'm messing with you. Then I seen you get slammed through a table.
Yeah, but that wasn't okay. In all fairness,
Then
even
you've been
even
ducking hands
even if I won that, right, with my partner Carlos Slavin, we shouldn't have been ranked in the singles, you know. But in all fairness, it was over a year. I am not an active participating wrestler on a weekly or monthly basis.
Pulling the rock card.
But as you never know in wrestling, you never know what's going to happen.
I would love to see you in the ring one more time.
Unfortunately, it probably wouldn't just be one more time. All right. So I'm not going to say anything, but somebody is 220 pounds.
Yeah, no,
feeling
he's
good,
okay, great.
getting ripped. Double.
He's lemon trim. He's back
Yep.
on the creatine.
Double scoop of creatine today.
Yeah, so we might see Chris Blackheart with the black trunks again. Who knows?
No, the slap boot pants are the best type of stuff.
You never know, but without being, I feel like we have some redemption today. I
Well,
feel
we
there
have
was some
some
clean. And I want to
redemption.
know what happened between 10 o'clock today and almost 10 o'clock tonight.
Well, we had.
Are you telling me you had a conversation with someone that you had issues with, and you worked them out?
Well, yeah.
So you had adults and real people had a conversation and a conflict. You don't have to agree, but you agree to have a conversation.
Yeah, and then with those agreements and
Like
those,
truths, right?
Yeah. with
You
those
guys were telling the truth.
well,
You may not have liked it. Somebody may have lied.
yeah.
But somebody told the truth finally,
Yeah.
and then you guys are friends again.
Well-
so that could actually happen in real life
Yeah.
in West Warwick.
Well, who knows what's gonna happen? All I know is someone got exposed that thought it was funny again to put him up again because I want people to know who he is. And I don't know this guy from a hole in a fucking wall.
Don't
he
know.
goes to other people's shows.
Never saw him before.
And obviously he got a kick out of putting a poster up. And the dumbest thing he did was send a text message. Pull that text message back on there.
Who do you send it to?
We're gonna keep
We're
that.
gonna keep it? All
We're
right.
gonna keep it.
Yeah.
But whoever he sent it to, I know it was him. It's his fucking text message. He thought it was funny, saying I went to the BFW in Taunton and I put this flyer up, and they got a group with the boys.
Oh,
whoever
so
the boys
good.
are.
All right, so everyone see that picture. Anytime if I'm at an event, if I'm doing a rental, if you see this gentleman, and I say that loosely, who wants to affect someone else's business, that means they're going to affect yours. So guess what? Stay home. Stay
go
with
jerk
your
off the
phone.
reruns of,
Do not go and support
John Cena
independent
or
wrestling
whatever.
because you are the cancer that we don't need as fans. We don't need people like that because you are literally affecting people's dreams, their dollars, and their business.
Yeah. Oh, he thinks it's cool.
You think it's cool?
Hey, we should get him an invite to Diddy Camp. I'm sold.
To what camp?
Diddy Camp. You know about Diddy Camp?
No, I don't.
He'll find
All right.
out. That's not allowed.
We'll find out. You know the receipt collector.
He's definitely up.
Do I know the receipt collector?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what the receipt collector is
Yeah.
all about. You know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I still have. I still got them like 20 years ago, so.
You know, apparently, people want to be in the business.
Yep. Stay home.
I
Get
got
out
a-
of the business.
I got a receipt, and some people need to.
Do not support pro wrestling. Do not support independent wrestling. You are the people that we do not want.
So
You're not part of the business. You're a shitty person. I don't like shitty people. I've said this before, and I continue. I do not like shitty people.
Yeah. So with that being said, that's that. Again, we would like to thank the real people that support the podcast.
Thank
support
you.
Showcase Pro Wrestling. Thank you for 1,000 subscriptions. Thank you for supporting pro wrestling, independent wrestling, Showcase Pro Wrestling. Always commenting, subscribing, going to the shows. We thank you for that. Danny, thanks for having us on. And
Absolutely.
The podcast's been a blast. We're going to continue until we get 1,000 more, make it 2,000. But with that being said, we gone off the rocket for this week.
We're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up, and we'll see you right back here next Thursday when the Boss Chris Blackheart's on time, Jay Hollywood behind the scenes, and Don Vega in the Showcase pod.